Hello, thank you for clicking into this video. This is Miss Shirley, your friendly neighborhood English teacher, with a recording for rhetorical devices. This will explain the work for you to do while I'm out November 20th. If you were gone yesterday, we received these notes that have rhetorical devices at the top in the little images. We glued them into our notebook. If you were gone November 19th yesterday, you'll find your copy with your name on it. It is in the basket labeled with your hour. If you have lost this page, you'll have to use a piece of scratch paper. All right? So you'll have a little bit more writing to do, but you'll at least still have the notes. So you're going to click through this slideshow, and where you see things that are underlined and in bold, you will want to fill that in for your notes. All right? So, for sure, our connection to fake news. Before you accept something as true, we need to make sure we have credible sources. We need to be aware of where we are feeling, make sure we're not being manipulated, and we want to demand good things from our evidence. We want it to make sense. Once you have completed filling in these notes, you will want next to pick up a sheet that looks like this. It will say rhetorical analysis in commercials, gives you those directions. There's a little triangle, and keep your notes with you because that will help you. So you're going to write down evidence from the commercial. You're going to see commercials here in a second. So write down evidence that demonstrates each rhetorical appeal. Then use your SOAP method to analyze those appeals. You'll repeat this process for one commercial each of ethos, pathos, and logos. So the commercials are here in this slideshow. They're labeled. Here's the slide for ethos, here's the slide for logos, and here's the slide for pathos. You're going to pick one commercial from each of these categories, and that's where your SOAP method will come from. So this page right here will be on paper. Please, if you can, I would probably prefer it to be done on paper since I have them printed. I will also post it digitally. I'm just kind of deciding this now. But there are paper copies you can ask the substitute for. I will post it digitally. Okay, so if you prefer to do it digitally, that's fine. Sure, whatever. If one of the commercials doesn't work, if it's blocked, just move on to the next one. Hopefully not, but if all three are blocked, feel free. You would just go into YouTube and look for some commercial examples. My hope is that at least one of these commercials works. I think we tested it. I think most kids could get into these. All right. So again, real quick rundown. Use this presentation that I am looking at right here to complete your rhetorical device notes over ethos, pathos, and logos. And then with your analysis in commercials site or page, you're going to analyze a commercial from each of the three categories and kind of explain how you're seeing that rhetoric being used. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us today. If you finish early, find something to work on. Study, read, listen to music, take a nap. Lots of good options. Alrighty, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.